I went out to practice, man, guys laughed at me so hard, like, why are you wearing number 99? And I was just like, it's going to grow on you. Trust me, it's going to grow on you. And maybe after that, the year after, everybody on defense, the front seven, had 90 numbers. So
started a trend.
Now Aaron Judge is wearing 99.
yeah, so everybody's wearing 9. But back then, nobody was wearing 99. So, but I couldn't pick Jack Lambert or Jack Ham. No way.
No way, right, Will?
No way, man. I was out
No
on to him.
way.
You got too many teeth.
Huh?
You got
Yeah, too many
for
teeth,
Lambert.
and man, you know, I've been judged so harshly.
Yeah.
So 99 was different, and
I just always wanted to know. Okay.
yeah. So that's the story behind it.
Is everybody ready?
Are you ready?
So as a kid, coming to Clemson from Lamar, you'd come into the stadium and see the names up on the Ring of Honor. Was there ever a time you thought, okay, LeVon's going to be up there?
Man, I just wanted a spot on the special teams. I did. When I first got here, man, I just wanted to play special teams, eventually play, you know, be a starter on defense. But I never thought in my wildest dreams that my name would be on the stadium. I really didn't. And I'm still kind of shocked that it's going up there. It's amazing.
What is it like for you being back in this area, working with the Hall of Fame, getting to be around everything that's kind of, you know, dear to you?
Well, you know, I know that I'm going to get the Clemson game on TV. Because I was in Arizona, it may not happen. When I was in Pittsburgh, it may not happen. So that's a great thing. But, you know, South Carolina is home for me. And, you know, I spent a lot of time here, you know, when Keisha was alive. So it means a whole lot to me. And giving back means a lot to me, too. Because, you know, I was one of those athletes, and during my time, you kind of had to survive it, you know, get through college, get through the pros. Really not a lot of mentors, but I felt that I was a mentor, and I wanted to give back in a positive way. So this is an opportunity for me with the South Carolina Football Hall of Fame to give back.
You have a favorite moment or a couple moments in Death Valley from your playing days?
Yeah, I have a lot of them, but probably Duke, my redshirt freshman year was one of them. And just really simply running down the hill was always great because, you know, it's so dramatic in a lot of ways that you know, you're traveling from the west all the way to the east side. You come out there, and the vantage point is you get to see the whole stadium, and that never gets old. Now, you had to be careful running down the hill back in the day, but just running down that hill was amazing. And it still gives me goosebumps every time I see it, especially if I see it live. It's amazing. So that game, beating South Carolina, the times we beat South Carolina, so there's a lot of great memories.
All those memories. Game, I guess, would have been Spurrier, and they were undefeated that year,
It
right?
was Spurrier, man. They had a great quarterback at the time. It wasn't Bennett. It was someone else. But they had a nice little passing offense. They had a little spread about them in Sports Illustrated. And I was getting their start that game because me and John Johnson kind of rotated. And I think one of the first big plays I made is they were trying to run a screen play, and I made a sack, and it was a fumble. And, man, from that point on, I knew I belonged in college football. So.
You made, I think I remember you telling me one time that you loved that because you made Spurrier throw his visor a couple times.
Yeah, a couple times, you know. Anytime you could upset Coach Spurrier, man, that was a good thing. So, yeah, I was a skinny kid, man. I was just running to the quarterback. So it was great. It really was.
Being around Coach Ford's program back then and seeing what Coach Sweeney's done today, what's the biggest change you've seen happen in Clemson football over that period?
Besides this nice little in-store facility,
Little,
well,
yeah.
you know, I think in a lot of ways they're similar. I mean, they care about their players. They're going to get the most out of their players, and they're going to work them hard, but they're going to love them afterwards. So I see actually more similarities than, you know, differences. I really do. I really like both guys, and both guys are relationship type of people. You know, they can talk to anybody. They can talk to any kid, any parent. And I think in college football, well, I know in college football, that's very important.
What was a good recruiting story for you and Coach Ford back then when he came to see you and your family?
Well, honestly, one of the best stories was I was flying back to Florence, and he wasn't really trying to recruit me that hard, and he'll tell you the story. He got on the plane with me because they were going to see another guy from the Washington, D.C. area. So he was just going to fly with me. He's going to sell me the pitch. I was already sold on Clemson when I got here, so he kind of did his little pitch on me. I landed, left, he went to this guy that played at Washington, D.C., but I ended up being a much better player than he thought. And the moral to that story is sometimes you just get lucky. And, and you know, the combination of me coming here, we just all got lucky. So.
What's it mean to you to see the program elevate to the massive heights that it has the last handful of years?
It's amazing because, I mean, although I haven't played in such a long time, I mean, you still feel a part of it. You know, Clemson is in your blood. And I tell you what, man, you get an opportunity to really brag a whole lot. I was in Arizona when we first made that championship run. And me and Brinson Buckner must have bragged to everybody, man. And we used to do this Clemson strong thing every time at practice. And I'm sure we were irritating, but no, I mean, the thing that I like the most is that they are really creating young men. You know, our guys are graduating. You know, it's not about just going to the NFL, and nobody's being left behind. And I feel like that's one of the best things they're doing with the Paul journey. You know, kids are going abroad to go study. That's incredible. I mean, we never did anything like that. So to see the program be nationally known for more so than just winning championships, but really turning young men around, that's exciting for me. That's what we try to do with the South Carolina Football Hall of Fame. And, you know, I just wanted to keep going. I'm a big fan of Clemson, man. You know, it's just, and even if I didn't play here, I think I'd be a big fan because they do it the right way. And you got to admire that. I think if you hate on excellence, you know, that's just too bad. I think it's excellent here, and I embrace it. I hope everybody else does too.
How do you think this defense that Coach Venables has had the last few years compares with the ones that you guys had in the early 90s?
Now, see, you're going there. You know what? I'm really impressed with the defense they have this year. It reminds me a lot, and I was telling Tim, it reminds me a lot of what we kind of did with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, the fire zone, being innovative, coming from different places. You could tell that the quarterbacks are confused, and that kind of defense is not only fun for the fans to watch, but it's also fun for the, you know, it's fun for the players. Players want to have fun when they're playing, so that's good. But man, I don't know if there's ever been a group of linebackers that we have collectively. I just don't know if they ever will be. I think it'll be kind of fun for the defensive line that, you know, just left, and you compare them to the linebackers we had. So, you know, I enjoyed Coach Venables and what he's done on the defense, but man, I just don't think there's any four linebackers better than the ones we have.
I want to, as a Steelers fan, so I have to ask you this.
It's got to be the last question. Got to let Joe.
Yeah, this is the last one. Just wanted to ask you though about the fan bases. I know you told me before how similar both fan bases were. Can you give a little examples of both and why that is?
Sure. You know, Clemson is such a family-based organization. The fans, they're real respectful of you as a person. You know, I've never had a run-in with a fan that thought that you owe them something. You know, they put an autograph in your face. It was the same way with Pittsburgh. I think the fans there, they're just passionate. They love the teams. They love defense, you know, at Clemson and at Pittsburgh, so it was kind of cool for me. But they were just friendly, you know, friendly, nice, knowledgeable fans. And you got to appreciate that. Now, I went to Philly, and man, it was a little different. A little different. Fans that call you out, man, and tell you suck and all that stuff. But, you know, I in my experience, I never got that from Clemson or Pittsburgh. So that was the thing that was really similar from both organizations.
I got to let Joseph come in here. The line's still going to be here if anybody wants to.
Thank you, Lavon.